So we're taking a look at this really interesting place in Miami today.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called Ogawa. It's a Japanese restaurant. And we got some intel from Andres Vieira and Raul Diaz over at Miami Real Group about it.
Okay.
And it's not your typical restaurant. They're really going all in on creating this immersive experience, like you're stepping into another world, a total cultural immersion thing.
Yeah, that's a pretty popular concept these days. I've heard a lot about restaurants trying to go beyond just the food and create a whole vibe.
Yeah, exactly. And they seem to be doing that right from the entrance. It's supposed to look like a Shinto shrine.
A Shinto shrine. Wow. So, like, are we talking full-on religious iconography?
I don't think it's like over the top or anything, but, they've designed it to evoke that feeling of serenity and sacred space, those elements of Shinto.
I see. So setting the tone right off the bat.
Right, and they got this Zen garden to block out the city noise.
Ugh, the classic Zen garden. I love those. It's funny because they're so simple, just raked gravel, but there's something so calming about them.
Yeah, totally. And speaking of simple, wait till you hear about the menu. Well, actually, there isn't one.
No menu. What do you mean?
I mean, they give you a price range, $175 to $300,
Well,
but there are no specific dishes listed. You have no clue what you're going to get. They just bring you 18 courses based on what they think you'll like, and you go along for the ride.
whoa, that's pretty wild. I mean, I guess it shows a lot of trust in the chef, but on the other hand, it could be a bit anxiety-inducing for some people.
Yeah, definitely. It's not for everyone, but the chef is supposed to be super attentive to each guest. Like, he'll notice what you're enjoying and adjust things accordingly.
Huh, interesting. So it's really tailored to the individual.
Yeah, like Andres and Raul were saying that the chef remembered this one guest didn't like uni, which is sea urchin,
Mm-hmm.
So when he was making a hand roll for that guest, he swapped it out with tuna instead.
Okay, so that's pretty impressive. It goes beyond just good service. It's like a real personal touch.
Exactly. And the food itself sounds so interesting. Like, there's this one dish, an oozy yam salad. Can you imagine that?
Oozy yam salad, that's dot descriptive. What else is in it?
They didn't say, but it also has fish custard and salmon roe.
Yam isn't really a typical star ingredient in Japanese cuisine, so it sounds like the chef is definitely playing around with expectations.
Right. And then there's this tiny whole fried fish. Like, you eat the whole thing head first.
Whoa, head first, that's pretty intense.
Right. But apparently it's really delicate and delicious.
Well, I'm always up for trying something new.
Oh, and the whole vibe of the place changes throughout the night. Like, at first it's very contemplative and polite, but as the night goes on, and especially when the regulars start coming in, it gets much more lively.
Oh, so it's kind of got that hidden gem quality to it, like the real experience unfolds over time.
Yeah, exactly. So it sounds like Ogawa is way more than just a place to eat.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a whole cultural experience, which makes sense given the whole Shinto shrine entrance and Zen garden.
Totally.
It makes you think, like, would you be comfortable with that whole no menu thing?
I think some people thrive on that sort of surprise, but for others, it might take away some of the pleasure of choosing. It's definitely an interesting approach.
For sure. And it says a lot about our relationship with food. Do we crave control, or are we open to trusting someone else to create a unique experience for us?
Big questions. Really makes you think. And if you guys are interested in learning more about Ogawa or about other unique experiences in Miami, Andres Vieira and Raul Diaz from Miami Real Group are definitely the people to talk to. They really know their stuff.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Well, that's about all the time we have for today.
Yeah, thanks for the info. That was interesting.
Thanks for being here.
See you next time.